Yeah, Duke's good. 5 of 16 the first half. If we're just 5 of 16, which is 32% from three, it's a 2-point game. And I felt great about our first half. We got great shots. We shot 44% and go 0 for 16 on that side of things. The game was at the free throw line. They had 27 points at the free throw line and on second chance points. Crazy to think we've been the #1 rebounding team in the country and get smashed tonight. But that was, we held them to 37 or 38% field goal percentage in the first half on their first shot. We guarded. And, then to finish 2 for 26 from three, you're not going to beat anybody, especially anybody good. And then that paint clogs up, and they're the #1 defense in the country in 2-point field goal percentage defense at the rim. So just a good old-fashioned butt kicking. Give them all the credit. It's one game, and they whipped us in about every facet.
Brad Cooper didn't have a huge scoring night, but what did you think of him overall? Is he the best player in college basketball?
Sure, not even close. I hope he stays in school. I mean, if I'm the NCAA or the ACC, I'm figuring out an NIL deal to keep that dude in school, because he's everything that's right about our game. I mean, college basketball is in a great place. I mean, we've got guys like that coming in. I hope he stays. Somebody threw out some story about it. I hope he stays, man. He'd be great. He could probably make more here than he could in the NBA. He's also got really good people around him, and that helps. But I thought we did a really good job on him in the first half. We fought his catches. Kylan Boswell played underneath him some. I thought it was terrific. And he's so instinctual on the defensive side. I thought we did a good job of really staying away from him to not give him opportunities to run through passing lanes. But really good player, and he's got really good teammates around him.
Why do you think he'd be better in college than the NBA?
He's 18.
Yeah.
He's just an 18-year-old kid. Go have fun, chase a girl. Just enjoy the opportunity. I get the whole thing. That's slotted. He's going to make what he is, and I'm speaking just completely randomly. Don't know the kid or the family, but gosh darn, man, I'm excited about college basketball and that thing that. He's really good, and there's I don't want to play against him anymore.
Yeah.
But I just think he's really good, and now we have NIL, and man, could really build a heck of a brand, I would think.
Brad, outside of injuries and illness, obviously you've hurt your team, but 3 double-digit losses in a row, what concerns you the most or disappoints you the most right now?
We played really good teams. Let's be real. We haven't practiced. Tomislav's been in 3 practices. We go without Trey White for a week. Will Riley gets going against Michigan State and then has a zero in a game because he's been out for 2 or 3 days. And it's not, and I'm not making excuses. We've lost some defensive bite. We lost some continuity and fluidity offensively. We've juggled from going really big to now we're really small, and that probably hasn't helped KJ. But there's no excuse for not making shots, and that stresses everything at a really high level. I liked our looks tonight, and we make them in practice. I loved our looks in the first half. I thought Kasparos took a couple, but he has the ability to make those. But we've got some work to do on both ends.
Brad, toughness has always been one of the calling cards for your team through the years. Do you feel like this team is tough enough?
Probably not. mean, I'm not calling them soft, but I don't think we're, I don't think we're as handling the moment. We're young, we're inexperienced, but I think we're just a team that's, we miss a shot, we put our head down. Next play, you know, you gotta get beyond that, and I'll get him there.
How do you do that?
Practice. I mean, you gotta have them practice to do that. You can't demand things when you're. We've had one practice now where we've had, well, two. One practice since the Indiana game where we've had everybody, and it's hard to do that. I mean, there's been a lot of days I don't even know who's starting. So practice.
Coach, Brad, what specifically in the short term, because you have what you have in terms of injuries, what's the most fixable thing that you can do in the short term?
Make shots. If I want to make shots, you know, everything gets compounded defensively when the ball doesn't go in. Every possession becomes a little more, a little bigger point of aggravation. You know, and I think we've got to get back to rebounding and playing a little more cohesive on that side. But we got to make shots. And you know, we're a team that's made 15 threes 3 or 4 times, and we've got to make shots. And I don't have an explanation. I ask him for help in the locker room, help me figure out, you know, what that is, but it's one game. We'll come back and we'll bounce back.
Coach, I wanted to ask you a couple questions about the front line in specifics. You're going against one of the biggest teams or I guess by Ken Palm, the biggest. So tonight, Tommy doesn't have a good game, but Trey seems like he's starting to get back into the groove. Would you agree with that assessment?
Yeah.
So
I don't think Tommy was awful. I thought Tommy was pretty good defensively. We put him in some bad spots.
3 blocks, yeah.
But I you know, let's not pile on Tommy. You know, Tommy's been out for a month.
Right.
So, you know, 2 days ago, it was all he could do to get through at practice, just from a conditioning side of things. So I was pretty proud of him tonight.
But to follow up on that, you said yourself, you know, the team is small right now with Moretz out. So I saw Kerry got some playing time. You know, I was watching him in warm-ups. He looked really good.
Don't ever judge a player by
No,
what.
I understand.
mean, my gosh, I could go out and make shots and warm up. So let's not do that. I'm in practice every day, and you're not. So yeah, does that mean?
I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is, Kerry, do you see him being more worked into the rotation?
Absolutely. I hope so. I don't give anybody anything. They've got to earn that. And Kerry's been doing that of late. He's been practicing better. But it's, you know, it's a, you know, we're not out here trying to lose games. We're going to try to put the best guys out here that help us win games. And if that's Kerry, it's Kerry. So, you know, he's growing. He's getting better, and he's starting to do some things. We need to rebound.
Right, where will you be looking in the locker room to help weather this?
Kylan Boswell, Kasparis, Draven, guys who've been in locker rooms. Kylan's was tremendous tonight. He was great on the bench. He was talkative. This needs to become his team. Tommy needs to step up, but Tommy hasn't been in practice. He was starting to take that step for us. But I think everybody's got to look in the mirror, including me, and we got to get back to that gritty, nasty team that we were that beat Missouri and you know, lost a close one to Tennessee, and you know, we're right there.
Brad, you called the timeout, really got into your guys. What was your message to them? And
Fight. You guys know me after now. I mean, we come out of the halftime and we just turned the ball over for no reason, and then we, you know, it was 3 straight or 4 straight transition baskets, and then, you know, sit down, guard the ball. I was probably as upset with our ability to guard the basketball as anybody, and as anything, excuse me, but just fight. And you know, the outcome was well determined after the first 3 minutes of the second half, but just fight.
You're saying that there's a lack of effort or just careless mistakes? Like,
I didn't say that.
well, I'm asking.
I didn't. Don't start putting innuendo out there. That's not what I said. I said just fight. You got to compete to fight. There's a difference between playing hard and competing. It's very easy to play hard. Go do your assignment. Block out. How about go block out and rebound? How about sit down and guard the ball and then get over the ball screen? Compete. You got to compete to win. And we're playing hard. I don't doubt our effort, but you got to fight to make winning plays and do what's right for your teammate, and that's big difference between playing hard and competing to win.
Is there anything more to the rebounding that's space slipped than just going to go get it? I mean, do you see anything different there?
I mean, I think Merez played 6 to 10 minutes in every game early in the year. And if we're starting to look at Merez for the reason we're not rebounding, then we're fooling ourselves. And I'm just throwing that out there because I brought it up to the team. Go get it. Go chase it. And it's you know, we've got to have more than one from Ben, and Tommy, to his credit, was put in a situation where he was helping a lot on ball screens. But our leading rebounder was Kasparis and Kyle. And you know, we need much more from our front court guys. Much more.
Brett, how big of a shock is it that you're shooting 29% from three? Like, what do you think that says, or what do you?
I don't know. I'm shocked. I think I don't know. Maybe we're not tough enough to shoot them and make them. We're good. We're tough enough to shoot them. I just don't know if we're tough enough to make them. And we light it up in practice. I am the biggest pro 3-point guy in America. Probably me and Nate Oates. Shoot them, but we make them. And I mean, I just keep waiting. And we've made 15 multiple times, but the farthest reaches of my wit, I never expected that. I thought we'd be a mid to high 30s team, and I still believe in these guys, but it's you know, you gotta find a way.
Got time for two more here.
Along those lines, Brad, there were times in the first half you guys got into the paint and sprayed them out. Or, given where you're at shooting, would you prefer at this point just to not spray it out and put it on the rim?
They lead the country in block and 2-point field goal defense, and you have to make that play. That is a basketball play. Drive the ball to the paint, spray it, get your feet set, and catch it and shoot the ball in. And if we can't do that, then we're not going to beat anybody. And it just like if you don't make some threes, the way in what we're doing, then that paint becomes really clogged. And you know, they had their big kid, I don't know how to pronounce his name, Malawatch, thank you, Garden Trey. So that paint becomes really, really crowded if you're not going to make some threes. And again, I don't want to make a huge deal out of it, but it's starting to become a point of irritation for me because we do it in practice. So man the hell up, jump up and shoot the thing in like you know what you're doing and what you're recruited to do. And it's basically what I told the team after the game. Just make 5. 32% in the first half, which is below average. That's a 2-point game. Just really simple.
You talked about this game being a break, you know, from the Big Ten. How do you jump back into 3 conference games after tonight?
Any different? I mean, this is a blessing, man. This is the ultimate blessing. We played Madison Square Garden, great opportunity for these young guys. We played against a great team, and we stunk. We weren't very good tonight, okay? It's 1 game. Now we're back we got Iowa, and we got 2 games in 15 days to get back to work. Try to get Merez back, I hope, by the Big Ten tournament. and then get back after it. And we've got 7 or 8 quad 1 wins. We've played a brutal schedule. It's been very compact. We've had all of this, and that's not an excuse. We have to be better. That's no excuse for not making a jump shot or guarding a ball screen. It's Iowa. Iowa on Tuesday. We'll get home at 3 o'clock in the morning. We'll have a practice tomorrow, and we'll figure out how to go get Iowa on Tuesday and play the best we can. Thank you.
Thanks, Blake.